Over the last few years, we followed, I was going to call it the evolution. It's really the devolution of Fox host Maria Bartiromo, as I've told you many times before, way back in, when was it? Way back in, I guess it was the late 90s when I got into stocks and stock markets. She was a really good reporter on CNBC and did a lot of really interesting things, including reporting from the floor of the New York Stock Exchange. During the Trump era, Maria devolved into the biggest brown-nosing Trump sycophant, perpetuator and signal booster of completely not based in any evidence conspiracy theories about the election and so much more. And she is not stopping. We were wondering with Trump gone whether she would stop because there's no more president to keep a relationship with. But she's not stopping. Here's Maria this weekend saying that in her view, the big lie is not that Joe Biden didn't steal the election. The big lie was the entire Russia story. Take a listen to this.
Many people still believe that there was collusion because of the incredible way that they were able to spread this lie. They're calling election fraud the big lie. In my view, this is the big lie. Russia collusion with Trump. Yeah.
Here is Maria Bartiromo again playing up the idea that Joe Biden is doing something wrong by not doing the things Trump would have done if he were still president. And she cites as an example, Trump was about to put, these are my words now, his disgraced former campaign manager, Corey Lewandowski, on the Defense Advisory Board, something Corey Lewandowski has no business being involved in. Biden put a stop to that. For Maria, that's proof that Joe Biden is doing something wrong.
A book deal. You can't come and speak at Harvard. Your point of view doesn't matter and will not be heard in the public square. You worked at the Pentagon, Cash, and now we know that the Pentagon has stopped political appointments for any Trump allies to join defense advisory boards. It was supposed to be that Corey Lewandowski and David Bossie were going to be joining the Defense Advisory Board. That's been shelved. They can no longer do it, and the Pentagon is stopping anybody associated with Trump from joining these advisory boards.
This is something called elections have consequences. Corey Lewandowski on the Defense Advisory Board is nuts. It never made sense. Joe Biden rightly put a stop to that because he won the election. Imagine if Joe Biden won and didn't say, Corey Lewandowski on the Defense Advisory Board, sure, let's let it happen. It would be outrageous if Biden didn't stop that. Then Maria interviewed former Trump advisor Stephen Miller, an extraordinarily reactionary right-winger, who points to Senator Josh Hawley losing a book deal with a private book publisher as being evidence, I guess, of Joe Biden being bad.
First of all, President Biden has missed a historic opportunity to make good on this pledge to be a president for all Americans and to stand up and say the censorship must stop, the blacklisting must stop. We have to listen to and respect all viewpoints in America. But he has not done that. He has turned a blind eye to it. And when you see people being denied book deals, when you see people being denied contracts, when you see people being banned off of Twitter and Facebook and other platforms, what you are seeing is a fundamental erosion of the concept of liberty and freedom in America.
The censorship, the erosion of liberty and freedom. First of all, Simon & Schuster saying we don't want to publish Josh Hawley's book is merely a private company deciding what's profitable for them. That's something the right claims to support. But more outrageously, Hawley lost his book deal while Trump was president. Trump was banned from Twitter while Trump was still president. None of those things were done while Joe Biden was president. So obviously, at its face, these are not examples of censorship. These are not examples of anything other than companies deciding what's good for them. And while they're not, assuming they're not violating any laws, they are acting on that, acting on their terms of service, et cetera. But the really wacky aspect is it all happened while Trump was president. Why are we even talking about Joe Biden? One more clip. Maria Bartiromo continues to platform deception about what free speech and censorship even are.
Concept of liberty and freedom in America. Freedom's not just a line
Yeah.
on a piece of paper, Maria. Freedom is a culture. Freedom is a way of life. Freedom is a way of being. If we as Americans get to the point where we're willing to discriminate against people based on their point of view, being they Republican, Democrat, conservative, liberal, we have fundamentally abandoned our core values. And you're right, it's going to lead to, we're not going to bank with you. We're not going to give you a mortgage. We're not going to lease you a car. We're not going to represent you in a court of law. There's no limiting principle here.
This could not be more important. Please come back. We'll continue our conversation.
Super important, Stephen. Yes, please come back and tell us more about that. Now, the problem isn't just these shows. It's that people thinking they're learning something here. What I mean by that is the following. If people were more educated and media literate, they would know I'm not going to learn a damn thing about censorship and free speech and the First Amendment on Fox News Sunday morning from Maria Bartiromo and Stephen Miller. If people were more aware and conscious of this being, it's just entertainment, and it's really not that entertaining. It's entertainment for some people. They might understand, if I want to read about constitutional law, let me go get the book of Erwin Chemerinsky, a constitutional law scholar and professor that we interviewed on the show. Or if you really want to learn about the First Amendment, you go and you read the work of Burt Newborn, the New York University law professor, expert on the First Amendment, who we interviewed on the program. If you understand what is actual expertise on these issues, and you realize the expertise on the First Amendment and censorship, it's not coming from Stephen Miller. It's not coming from Maria Bartiromo. This stuff wouldn't be as dangerous. Unfortunately, a lot of people don't know or don't care to find actual experts on those issues. So they watch Fox News and they hear Stephen Miller talk about censorship and suppression of speech because Simon & Schuster said we're not going to publish a book, for example. And they think that they're actually learning something. That's a systemic problem. That's a cultural problem. That's an educational problem. One of our sponsors today is Magic Spoon. The reason I'm such a fan of Magic Spoon is they allow me to enjoy the delicious breakfast cereals I loved as a kid without all the sugar and without the unhealthy ingredients, because Magic Spoon makes breakfast cereal that you really can't tell apart from those tasty, sugary cereals that we all know. But each serving of Magic Spoon has no sugar, 3 net carbs, and 11 grams of protein. So it's perfect for someone on a low-carb keto diet, just anybody trying to eat healthier and cut back on the sugar. You can choose from cocoa, frosted fruity, cinnamon, blueberry, or peanut butter. They all taste amazing. And Magic Spoon now lets you create your own customized variety pack with the flavors you choose. They really do stand by their product and will refund 100% of your money if you don't love it. No questions asked. Go to magicspoon.com/Pakman to build your own custom variety box today. Make sure to use promo code Pakman to get free shipping. The link is right underneath this video.